Hey everybody, the Real Behemoth here, back with another video for Heroes of History. Today I'm going to talk a couple of points on the Viking event. So, as you can see from this picture, you can see a couple things. Number one, this is toward the end of the event. I kind of went pretty relaxed, to be honest, during this entire event. I mean, there were a couple days where I slept for like 10-hour days just to get my sleep. But next time I'm going to be pushing pretty heavily and kind of destroying what I did this time. But off first glance, I was a couple research off of max research, and I definitely could have finished it fully free to play. I did not buy the starter pack. I did not buy the event boost. None of those things were purchased. This is a completely free to play. I've seen some free to play range anywhere from 35 to 38, I believe was the highest I saw. And so you can definitely hit those high 30s in this event, which is definitely a positive sign. Honey and fish were a struggle midterm, and then toward the end, you can see there was a massive, massive stock. And so I definitely think that I could have added a couple of additional homes in order to finish research and get more pennies to upgrade more buildings. So that's one thing I'm going to do differently. And then the last thing I'm going to do differently in the next event is on the last day, I'm gonna, if I'm gonna keep this same kind of strategy on the last day, I am going to tear down some of my beehives and fishing piers and add more taverns and sailor ports or expeditions buildings in order to really push. I think that even low 40s is possible for free to play, if giving it your all, not making sure that it's checked in, everything's always running, and you're kind of staying on top of it. I really like the placements of these buildings, so it kind of comes across really neat. If you look at the tavern and beehives, that is the perfect setup for there. There's no space loss, and it really came across very nicely. And then I had sailor homes mainly toward the bottom, with a couple of additional worker homes as well. And this was a really nice spot for them too. And so I really like this setup, and I'm gonna probably run with this setup again. And then up top here, you've got a couple of worker homes and a sailor home up there. I think there was a slot of maybe a space of 2 open there. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I really like this setup, and that's what I'm going to continue doing. Honey was definitely an important resource in this event, but I ran out of fish a lot more than I did honey. And so I'm going to focus a little less on honey next time and a little bit more on fish so I don't run out in the midterm. But research is definitely able to be completed free to play if you're staying on top of it. You're definitely going to be in the mid to high 30s and even low 40s as a free to play. For the first event, I really think that in terms of the pulls that they gave us, I feel like they rated it even a little higher, to be honest with you. I was seeing people pulling all the event type heroes. A couple people pulled 5 stars. Even in my first 30 pulls, I actually pulled Hercules during this event as well. So my next 5-star from the Viking event is going to be a Ragnar or Lagertha, sorry. Which is definitely positive news. I know Leif, the hero, is bugged right now, so if you're using his skill, he actually goes against your own team, making it a 6v4, so I definitely don't recommend using him right now, but he's going to have some utility across teams and modes, specifically Arena. I see him shining, along with some of the other event heroes. I mean, Ragnar and Lagertha are going to shine in Arena. Lagertha is going to shine in Tesla, and PvE hero v hero matches. Ragnar is going to be used across almost every mode, I imagine, maybe aside from Tesla. But I do see a little bit of utility in Tesla with the minions, but it won't be nearly as much. So let me know what you guys are thinking about this. I know that a lot of people had complaints about the production values of pennies in some of these worker and sailor homes. Did you guys kind of run into that issue? If so, let me know down in the comments below. I think that if we are able to give them feedback on this event, that they will make a couple of small changes. But I really did like this event more so than China and Egypt. It felt like there was more to do. It felt so unique and different. I loved that we got a ton of land plots at specific areas. I think they were very generous with the land plots. And those are really where, I mean, the faster you hit those land plot reward levels, I think it was about 13 and 20 or 24. If you're able to hit those, you're going to be excelling and pushing a lot faster and really being able to stay into that top 1% rewards. So I definitely recommend that you try and push for those as quickly as you possibly can toward the beginning to allow you to kind of coast more towards the end. I hope this was a little helpful, maybe even on layouts. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will catch you in the next one.